Hi everyone, Jamie here with Sweet Pickins. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. So today we are going to start supper. Let's see what time it is. It's about 12:30 and we are going to get supper started in the crock pot. So this particular dish is a staple in our home and has been for 25 years. So this is something that I make and that is very requested. And I think you guys are really gonna like my recipe and I'm so glad to share it with you guys. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna need is a crock pot. So it doesn't matter what size crock pot. This is my crock pot. I have two of these exactly because there's a need. Sometimes I have two going at the same time. So today we're only gonna need one. Then you're gonna need 3 chicken breasts. You're gonna need some chicken broth, some taco seasoning, and that's it. So you guys, we are gonna make chicken tacos in the crock pot. You could put this in the morning, go to work, come back home, and supper is done. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make these, and then they're gonna cook. But then I'm gonna talk to you guys about leftovers and what we could do with those. So let's get started. So this is one of my secrets that I use chicken broth. Not water, chicken broth. It just adds another flavor profile. So I buy the Great Value brand. I find that to be perfect. So what I like to do is pour about half of this container in here. This is the regular container, not the family size. So this is 32 ounces. So I'm just gonna roughly pour like half in, that's it. And that's all you need. Once you open this, make sure you put it in the fridge, but this is great for so many dishes. Also to revive this, you can use the rest of your chicken broth. Then what I like to do is I like to take my taco seasoning. It doesn't matter what kind of taco seasoning you have, any kind is fine. So what I like to do is I like to put the broth in, then I like to sprinkle this in there. You can see how it's just coated. And then we are going to work with our chicken and we will go back to the seasoning. So I have chicken breast here. I have 3 of them and they are really a big size chicken breast. So they're bigger than I normally get, but this is what was in the pack. So what I like to do is cut my chicken breast in half. That's all I like to do. I just cut them in half. I know guys, the angle is not the greatest. YouTube, you have to go side to side. So the angle is not that great. So because these are so big, I'm gonna just cut them in half. And then I literally just lay them in the crock pot. I've already cleaned these and washed these really well. And then I'm just cutting them now. Always want to make sure you clean your chicken really well. And then I'll just set it in the crock pot. One of these had, yeah, see this one has like some little cartilage and bone and I do not like that. Ugh. So we are gonna just cut that right on off. Oh, there's some really big tendons in here. I'm a fancy farm girl. I would never ever kill and eat my chickens. So when I'm working with chickens, I always think this is my chicken's cousins that I'm cooking and I feel bad. Okay, so half. So if your chicken breasts are small, you don't have to cut them in half, but I like to cut them in half. So I layer them down. Now, I'm such a freak, I'm gonna wash my hands. You know, the chicken germs are no joke. I just don't want to contaminate all the other stuff I'm working with. So, all right. So, the broth is in here. Then some of the chicken or the taco seasoning. So then what I like to do is sprinkle this over the top generously. There's no measuring. We just generously do it. Okay. So you can see, perfect. All right. So what I like to do with this is obviously you put the lid on. You can put it on high and it will be done in 4 hours. You could put it on low and go to work, come home, and it will be ready. So it's really your preference. So it's 12:30. I need this done by like 6:30 because we're actually finishing the first pergola today. I'm so excited. Everything is done. We just need hands to put the roof on. So we're putting the 4 pieces of the roof on, and then our first pergola is done. What a nightmare that was. And we have one more to do. We're not gonna probably start that today, but that is gonna be turned into our barbecue smokehouse. And yeah, so anyway, I'm feeding some people today. And so I wanted to make sure. So I need it done in about 6 hours. So I'm gonna turn it on low and it will be totally done. So typically if it's 6 to 8, if you need it done in like 6 to 8 hours, just turn it on low. And then if you need it done in like 3 to 4 hours, turn it on high, leave it on high. All right, so what is gonna happen is these are gonna cook down. And then once they're completely cooked down, you literally can shred the chicken. Okay, so what I like to do, obviously I could go and do this second step with you guys once this is done. It's just easier to do it this way and kind of talk you guys through it. So what I like to do is in 6 hours, the chicken will all be done. I will literally shred it, just shred it. It shreds so perfect. Then I will take the chicken and the juice and I'll put it in a pan and I will simmer that down and just basically simmer all that juice out. It goes into all the chicken and it just simmers down. And so I'll have it on, I'll have it on the stove for probably 20, 25, 30 minutes at the most. And I simmer it down until there's almost no juice. And that chicken is so moist and so flavorful. And then I like to serve mine over with, either corn tortillas that I fry or flour tortillas that I put on our gas burner and just kind of flip them. Just make them all nice and warm and bubbly. And then I like to do tomato, lettuce, avocado, fresh salsa, that kind of thing. So that is how I will serve this. But I want to talk to you guys about having leftovers. So sometimes you go, oh, is 3 chicken breasts enough? You don't realize how much shredded chicken you get. And honestly, I think I probably could have just done 2 today instead of 3, but I wanted to have leftovers. So let me talk to you guys about leftovers. Leftovers are so good in a green salad. If you want to add some protein to a green salad, so delicious in a salad. So you could do all your salad like you normally do and then just incorporate some of the shredded chicken that's left over. It is going to have a taco taste to it, but that is just awesome though to add to a salad. I also, when I have extra, I actually like to make enchiladas or enchilada casserole. Same chicken, just turn into a different dish. Another thing I like to do is take the chicken, add beans or refried beans, and then make burritos the next day. So guys, there's so much you guys can do with the leftover chicken if you don't want tacos the next day. However, if you do this, I guarantee people are gonna go crazy over your tacos, and then your more suggestions and thoughts and what you could do. I bet, this is one thing I've been wanting to try, I bet this chicken would be so good like on a hoagie roll, and you can add some like coleslaw to it, which we have a video for coleslaw. Add the chicken and the coleslaw on a hoagie roll, or you could even maybe, I'm just throwing this out there, never tried it, you could even put a little barbecue sauce on this. It's gonna have a taco flavor, but put a little barbecue sauce on this and then put it on a roll. I mean, the possibilities are endless. This chicken is such a versatile chicken. And if you don't want the taco flavor per se, you don't have to put the taco flavor on. If you want to do half of it, for your chicken tacos and the other shredded half for, something else, a different dish, maybe sandwiches or something, then you don't have to put the taco seasoning on. Now you can put it on actually once you put it in your pan. So I just like to put this in a pan when I do it, all the liquids, and it just goes down and it just adds and infuses all those yummy flavors. So how easy is that? So tonight on the menu is soft chicken shredded tacos, a green salad, and I'm gonna make some Spanish rice. So that's the dish for tonight. So easy and simple. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen for this super simple, easy recipe that doesn't cost a lot, doesn't take a lot of time. We appreciate you so much. So don't forget, you can shop with us here in Sparks, Nevada. We have a brick and mortar inside Painted Tree. We're in the back left corner, space W1. We have a big chandelier and country music playing all the time. We also have shopsweetpickens.com. That is our website. There's decorating ideas on there. And of course, you can shop on there. There's lots of fun stuff on there. Then, if you're not following us on Instagram or Facebook, we put up, stories and different reels and different things going on every single day. We put that on our Instagram and Facebook page. You just have to type in Sweet Pickens Reno, Pickins Reno, and you'll find us there. So thank you guys again so much. I misplaced my clicker from the garden video I did yesterday, so not sure where it went. It was in my pocket, but I think I dropped it out there somewhere in the yard, so I've got to go search for it. So I'm not going to be clicking you off. I'm going to be clicking you off this way. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Guess what's up next? I'm going to show you what I'm making for dessert tonight. So doesn't pair exactly, but I don't care about the dessert pairing. But I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on my dessert that is a well-loved dessert. And I think you guys are going to find this really fun and fascinating how I do my dessert. All right, see you guys later.